and let's roll out, roll out, roll out, roll out, let's roll out.
All right, so welcome back, everybody. Happy New Year's, everybody. Thank you for still being here, everybody. We have been ghost for a hot minute, mostly because tech has been happening. I like to say tech happens, and man, has it been happening. And so for a minute, we didn't know what we were going to do with our pod. A little bit of transparency here. But it looks like we figured it out, and hopefully we'll be back to basics. Hopefully this is the first episode of 2023, the first of many episodes of 2023. And let's get this show on the road. Y'all know what this is. This is Food, Fitness, and Fun, featuring my main man, DRE.
What's really good?
And I am JD, a.k.a. He Who Pods. And yeah, y'all know what time it is. We're getting straight into our Sponsored By. And so it will be on the screen, as always, for your viewing pleasure. These are called Southwest Baked Potatoes. A name I did not make up. A recipe I did not make up. I went on the interwebs and found a tasty treat for me and my daughter. And I made it, and we devoured it. And so this is baked potato, but they stuffed it with all type of different stuff. So you take your meat, or in our case, alternative meat, and you chef that up. Throw some black beans in there, different things, seasonings, taco seasonings, whatever you like, to give it that, you know, Mexican flavor, if you will. And then you throw some tomatoes in there, some black beans. That's what you do on that side. And then the potato, you bake it, and then you gut it, and you add the guts to the meat mix, I guess we'll call it. And then when that's all ready, you throw it in there, top it with cheese, and throw it back in the oven. 25 minutes later, you take it out. Everything's all good and ready. Cheesy, tasty, delicious. And then you can put whatever you want on top. We chose to just put some fresh guac on top. Keep it simple. So that was our Sponsored By. This is, again, Southwest Baked Potatoes. It was different. It was yummy. In fact, when my daughter tasted it, she thought it was like something I was hiding from her. She's like, yo, why you never made this before? This is mad good. I'm like, all right, I'm sorry. I just discovered it today. I didn't even know. Like, I don't know why I'm in trouble here. Like,
right.
So yeah, she was digging it, and it was good. It was good. It was filling. I mean, it's potato and more stuff. So definitely filling and interesting. I never would have thought to do that. And I guess that's part of the cool thing about the internet, right? Like you're going to find things that you never thought to make or try. And, you know, that's the beautiful thing. You can find different things and try it. And it happened just like I say on here a lot. I didn't have a plan. I just was like, oh, what we got in the crib? Oh, I just bought mad potatoes. Let's see what we could do. Maybe some old fly baked potato stuff. And I put in baked potatoes, and mad recipes just started coming up. And I'm like, who knew people were doing all these fly things with baked potatoes? Like, so exactly, you know, I'm used to, you know what we talk about all the time. I'm used to like hitting Wendy's, getting the broccoli and cheddar cheese, and that's it. Right. You know, that might be as crazy as my baked potato goes, but
yeah,
they have.
But yeah, man, it's like when you have. It's not about what you don't have. It's about what you do have. You know what I'm saying? So you take what you have and say, okay, we're going to make something out of this. And there's so much information. That's how you do it, man.
Yeah, I agree. You know? I agree. There's so many recipes that I found, and I've spoke about it here on the pod. That's like, I don't know what we're going to do, but we got a J and a Dre. Let's look it up and see what comes up. It's like, oh, look, you can make all of these things out of J and Dre.
And it's like, yo, 30 minutes or less. That's the way you want it. You know what I mean? You don't want something less.
So this was not 30 minutes or less, but it was okay because there wasn't a lot to do at once. Like, it was like, all right, throw the potatoes in the oven, start working on the next part. When that's done, the potatoes are pretty much coming out the oven anyway. So it wasn't a lot of moving parts. Like, there's some recipes that's like, man, I got to do prep. Then I got to do 5 other things. Then I got to wait 45 minutes. I don't always have time for that. Those are the ones I'm not the biggest fan of. Even though some of those are super tasty because there's so much going on. but they're so time consuming that it's like,
yeah, those don't work for me.
That's not the one today.
Yeah,
that's got to be for like a lounging day when nothing's going on.
Yeah, you want the beauty of cooking. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Just like,
what we doing today? We're cooking.
Right. Exactly.
That's what we're doing today.
It's not necessarily that you're hungry. It's just like, I want to just make this.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And sometimes you do. Sometimes you're like, yo, that 2-hour recipe though, we should make that soon. And that's cool. But other times it's like, all right, man, listen, I got about 45 minutes. What can we do with 45 minutes? Because
bro, I'm
trying to make this as quick as possible.
I can never make a 2-hour anything, man. I mean,
no?
I could if it's like that's what we're doing. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like,
that's
saying. Man, we just want to do this thing because for whatever reason, we hanging out, we doing something.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I think that's when it works. I think it works in those moments when it's like, me and Dre, we don't have no plan. What we gonna do? Oh, why don't we cook that 2-hour recipe we found?
Right.
I was like, all right, well, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna cook for 2 hours, eat for an hour, and that's the hangout. Like, all right, that's the 3-hour hangout.
That's part of the hangout. Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah. And that's what we do. There's times that me and baby girls like, what we gonna do today? It's like, all right, let's cook some old flyness.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like, all right, well, we spent 2 hours cooking today. All right, that's cool. That's quality time. I'm with that.
Right. That's part of the bonding. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah, that was a long sponsored by. We long-winded today, y'all. Y'all better get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot to talk about. We usually hit y'all back to back. It's been like a month and a half since we dropped an episode. So we're going to have to play catch up with some of these topics because we were still adding topics to our list and sending each other little videos and articles. And we ain't giving y'all a 6-hour pod. So we're going to have to play catch up with some of these.
Yeah, it's a lot going on. It's a lot happening. So we can start right on into our fitness topic. There's been a lot of different articles coming out, trainers talking, actors talking, podcasters talking, Hollywood people talking, and we come to find out what we've already said here, but what many people don't believe, which is what, Dre? What do they not believe? What they don't believe is nobody's natural. That's what they don't believe.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
They're like, but I can be The Rock. I can do that. If I just eat
what
clean,
they don't believe, man.
If I just eat clean and work out twice a day and dedicate myself, I'll have the fly pectoral muscles too.
Yeah.
But not like The Rock.
But not like that. You will, right.
You will.
But not like that. Yeah.
But not like that, though.
You know, and you're right, man. All this stuff has been coming out, and people are supposedly outing this one or outing that one. And, oh, so-and-so isn't natural. This person ain't natural. And we're mixing things up. You know what I'm saying? We don't really understand what we're talking about. So the first thing we got to do, man, is like understand what in the hell does natural mean? And if you understand what natural means, then you will know nobody is natural.
Nobody.
That's not the conversation. And you're actually saying something else, right?
Yes.
So what is natural?
Right.
Natural is
zero anything.
Right. Something grows out of the ground.
Right.
You take it, maybe you put a little bit of water, wash it off, and you eat it.
Right.
That's natural.
Right.
Right. You see that animal over there, you kill it, you put some fire to it, you eat it. That's natural.
Right.
That is natural.
Right.
Everything else is not natural.
Right. Modified, enhanced, seasoned.
Right. If you say, oh, well, the only thing I have is, whey protein. Whey protein ain't natural.
Right.
Well, I just take creatine. Creatine is not natural.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, cats are bugging. Nothing. No, anything you're doing. If you went out and bought some Bubblicious, that's not natural.
Son, Bubblicious.
Bubblicious. It's not natural.
You know what you just made me think about? So you remember the movie Click? when Adam Sandler had the remote.
Oh yeah, he was going on in the future and everything.
Prince Habibu, Prince Habubu. He's like, yeah, because Prince Hubba Bubba, he got tight. He's like, Hubba Bubba is chewing gum. So you know I got to put it on the screen.
Yeah.
You know I got to put it on the screen because they just kept calling him the wrong name the whole meeting. And finally my man's like, yeah, because Prince Hubba Bubba, he's good. He's, Hubba Bubba is chewing gum. Tight. So all right, now you OD'd. You ain't going to be calling me chewing gum in the meeting.
You know what I mean?
I meant no disrespect, Prince Hubbada Hubbada.
Hubba Bubba. Habibu! Habibu! Hubba Bubba is chewing gum. Habibu's not chewing gum.
Yeah, I thought about you the other day when I was watching The Dictator, how he was
Come
going.
On, son. You know, Dictator is my joint.
You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
My man Oliver jokes about that with me all the time.
Yeah, that Dictator.
All the time. He'd be like, son, my supervisor tried to get me to do 2 extra days this week. Then he just started just mad neck symbol. Just,
you know?
Dictator. That's the joint, son.
But yeah, man, back to the topic. It's like, so once you understand that we're talking about that's what natural is. And then you have a spectrum of how far you get away from that, right? So the example I like to use is corn. Okay. Corn grows and out of the ground. Okay. Hey, we have corn, right? Boom. You can like say like corn on the cob, right?
Right.
You put it in some water, you boil it, you eat it.
That's
done,
natural.
right? That's like one step.
Right.
Now, how do you get from like that corn to like corn flakes or a tortilla?
Corn meal, right.
Ooh, yeah, tortilla, like that's mad steps in there. You know what I mean? So once you start doing all that, you've taken it from what it naturally is and you turned it to something else.
This guy can pod right here. I just want you to know. He said a month and a half off. Listen, I'm still here. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? No, honestly, it's like now it's not natural.
Talk to him.
Processed this. You made it. You put so many different steps in there. It's not natural. So this is why I'm saying no one is natural. You know what I mean? Nobody. What people are confusing is what's illegal and what's natural.
Right.
That's what they're really asking. They're not really asking, yo, are you natural? They're asking, did you take something illegal to look like that?
Right.
That's what they're really saying. And so that's a whole different question, you know?
Yeah.
Because, well, the person that is taking the illegal thing, let's say you The Rock. Well, The Rock has enough money that he can get these supplements, steroids, hormones, whatever, through a doctor to give him a prescription. So now it's not illegal.
Right.
So if you say to The Rock, you know, are you natural? He can just, yeah, he's as natural as you are. Because he's, you know what I mean? Because it's like, well, I'm not doing anything illegal. The doctor said I got prescriptions for all these drugs, and I take them, and this is that. You know what I mean? Like he's not.
If I didn't have the doctor, I know to go to Smoothie Time.
Hey,
order an extra large super green, and ask for Thomas.
Yeah, because you can like. Yeah, I understand the world is a big place. So in a lot of countries, these things are not illegal there.
Oh yeah, come on.
You know what I mean? So it's like, well, you know, you could get it from there and have it shipped here. It might be illegal in this country.
Of course.
But I didn't get it. Right. I didn't get it illegally. You know what I'm saying? So there's all these different ways, but that's what people are really asking. Did you take something illegal? Because, you know, I've been taking creatine. I remember when creatine first came out. Like, once again, creatine is not natural.
Right.
I've taken creatine when creatine first came out in the 90s. Everybody was working out. And all of a sudden, creatine came onto the scene. People were like, yo, you got to take creatine. I took creatine and was like everybody else. Wow, this is amazing. You like so immediate like results, you know. So you take more and you take more. And, you know, people were getting good results with creatine. You can still get good results with creatine. But that's not the natural form. Creatine is usually formed in meat. That's where you usually see creatine. Naturally is in red meat, but you would need to like eat a whole cow based on the creatine that you're supplementing, you know, with the powder. So yeah, man, it's like that's what people are confusing. You're really asking, what did you take anything illegal?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I can't get.
Right.
You know, I can't go to GNC
Nah.
and order steroids. You know what I mean?
Nah.
So people are like, man,
not unless
he's
Thomas
not
is
natural.
working in the back on Saturdays.
Yeah, unless you know, hey,
if
unless
it's Saturday,
you know, and you gotta
every
have cash.
third Saturday
you
of
know
the
what I mean?
month.
I don't want to see a credit
Thomas
card.
is in the back. You might could
you
get
know
that.
What I mean? You might could get it, and I want cash only. And
Cash
you know,
only.
It rules everything. So don't come in with your
around
cards.
Me.
You know what I mean? So that's it, man. But yeah, man. Honestly, like that's what people are misconstruing. They're thinking natural when they're really thinking illegal. You know,
right.
And that is the big difference. And I just wanted to get that clarification because I'm actually really tired of hearing that term. Oh, he's natty. He's not natty. You know, just because you go to GNC and you buy your whey protein, you buy creatine, you buy pre-workout, you buy after workout, you buy intramural workouts, you buy all this stuff you buy, and you're going to sit here with like $300 worth of stuff that you bought and still say, I'm natural.
Right.
No, you're not. You're not natural. You're using supplements, bro. You know, now you're saying, well, this person might be using better supplements.
Right.
He's using the supplements you can't get your hands on.
Right.
And he's getting better results.
Right.
So what can I say? You know what I mean? But he's just as unnatural as you are.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Or you really talking about, well, who's got the better results? Well, he got access to better stuff.
Right.
So,
yeah, because it really becomes a conversation of resources and finances. And as we always say, time.
Right.
Because if I took steroids while doing 5 podcasts and going to the gym 3 to 5 days a week and not being consistent, I wouldn't look like The Rock.
Of course not.
Or Hugh Jackman or Michael B. Jordan or Chris Hemsworth or any of the fly superhero body cats.
Put it like this, man. It's a 4-legged table. It's a 4-legged table. You know, if you got a table that has 4 legs, you can't say one leg is more important than the other. Once one leg is gone,
right,
it's not a table anymore. It's fucked up. You know, it's not that, oh, this right one is more important than this left one. No. All 4 of these things are important when you're talking about building a body that is like superhero status, right? That's like, whoa. What do you need? You need to work out, like crazily work out, put a lot of time in, consistency. Mm-hmm. You need recovery, so you're sleeping a lot. You know, it's no more of these 2 hours, 3 hours. You need a large recovery.
Yep.
You need to eat really well, quote unquote, clean foods. You need to be eating well, and you need drugs.
Drugs. Don't forget the drugs.
All 4 of those are important.
Right.
You take one out, that body is not going to look like that. It could look okay. Like you could take the drugs out and just have food, going to the gym, and you're like, oh, that person looks good. He looks nice. He has what you might call, he or she might have a body that's attainable. I could do that. But if that person puts the drugs in, you know, and they do all the same thing, it's like, wow. But you take the drug, let's say somebody got drugs, but like you just said, they're not really putting that time in the gym.
Right.
Well, it's not, you can take as many drugs as you want. It's not going to look, you're missing that portion. So it's a 4-legged table. You know what I'm saying? You need all 4 working at the same time, high level, to be like, wow, that person is killing the game. You look like Superman. You look like Black Adam, nigga. Goddamn, you know, that's what it takes. That's what it takes. You know, the person I love the most, I've said it before in here, is like Hugh Jackman. You know, Hugh Jackman, you gonna be Wolverine again? I don't know.
You know, this time around, he said, I ain't doing none of that shit. Y'all better CGI me.
Yeah, he did. Yes, he did.
Why would he say that? Very surprised by that.
But why would he say that?
Well, first of all, he's now in his 50s. Second of all, he understands the amount of work he has to put in. And I'm going to add a third thing that I personally think. I don't think he's getting paid enough because he's not the main character.
Yeah. I think you hit it on the head.
It's called Deadpool 3, not Wolverine is back.
Right. Right. So when Wolverine did his movie, he was starring in it. He was like, you know what? It's worth it because he's more into his like mid to late 50s, something like that. Yeah. So it's like, okay, that was a few years ago, late 40s, whatever. Where he's like, all right, you're right. I'm starring in this, so I get the most money out of everybody. Right. Pay me 3 times. Right. Now, like you said, it's a lot in terms of like, I got to put a lot of drugs in my system. Mm-hmm. I got to put a lot of time and I got to eat a lot of food. I got to rest a lot. I got to not spend time with my family. I can't do the things I enjoy. Right. I got to be around the clock, training, exercising. And
it's a lot of dedication.
Yeah. And whatever drug protocol they put me on.
Right.
And it's
and
like,
that's the thing. It's like I'm 50 plus and that's going to put me through the ringer.
And that's a lot on your body. So he's like, yo, I've seen the interview. He's like, I can't go through that again. You know what I mean? Like,
because he know.
The body was dope. We all saw it. He was like, dang, you saw it.
Now he's really
you saw Wolverine.
Right.
Yeah, now you Wolverine.
Before he was Hugh Jackman. Now?
In the 90s when he first started playing that in the 90s, you was Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine. You look like anybody. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't look bad. He had a good looking body, but you ain't look like a comic book character. Nah. Like you just stepped out of a comic book page, like you know what I mean? Yeah, he didn't look like that.
Them first couple X-Men movies, he just a regular guy.
Yeah, you look like Hugh
just
Jackman
regular crackers.
Wolverine, right?
You know what I'm saying he wasn't a Ritz.
That last one.
It's like, oh shoot.
And he gave those little hints. He was like, yeah, I went to speak to my friend Dwayne Johnson. Right. He gave me tips. Yeah, I know he did.
Yeah, I know he did. Broccoli, brown rice, and the grilled chicken.
Right.
Chicken,
here's my trainer. And you're going to train. You're going to train this way.
You know what The Rock gave you.
Yeah. You're going to do high intensity. The Rock gave you the
address to GNC and said, go only on the 3rd Saturday of the month.
Right.
And have this much cash.
Come on.
And ask for Thomas.
Listen, here's the list.
Right.
Give him the list.
Right.
He's going to take the list, give you a bag,
right,
and then come back to see me.
And
you know what I mean? And then we're going to get in the gym and we're going to get it crate. Like, kiss your wife goodbye. Right. You're not going to see her for a minute, bro. I'm sorry.
No, and I think the Joe Rogan clip that we discussed off pod hit it really, really on the nose. Mm-hmm. Because it's also something that people are not thinking about when they're seeing these movies and they're seeing the quote unquote superhero bodies. Is they're not thinking about the transformation time, right? It's not like somebody saying, hey, I prepped for this role for 3 years. I worked out for 3 years straight, and that's how I got my body like that. If you said that, I'd be like, wow, okay, I might believe you. No, it'd be like, yeah, in 12 weeks, he went from pencil to chiseled by the gods. And like, 42-inch biceps. All right. In 12 weeks.
Yeah.
In 12 weeks, you went from this to The Rock. No. That's not natural. Right. That's not attainable. You got to have that good stuff.
Right. But see, what I like about it is
to do that in 12 weeks.
They're not lying when they get on TV and they say, "Oh man, how'd you do it?" And they say, "Oh man, I worked out a lot. You know, I had to sleep for blah blah blah, and I did brown rice." They're telling you 3 legs at the table. You know what I'm saying? So I completely understand. So they're not lying. You know. So yes, they're eating a basic what we call bodybuilders diet, which is like, it's not sexy.
Right.
It's, you know what I mean? It's get enough protein in there, some carbs. That's why they say the rice. And veggies, it's going to fill you up.
Yeah.
And in another 2 hours, you're going to be eating that shit again.
Right.
This is not about going out to dinner. That's over for you. You're eating a basic, bland, forget about the seasoning and all that shit. This is what's happening. So they're right when they say, oh, yeah, brown rice and broccoli. Yeah, that's true. That's one of the legs that you're talking about.
Right.
Yeah. And working out, that's another leg. Right. And then I had to, rest and come back later. Yeah. That's another. Yeah. Sure, I agree. Yeah. They can't talk about the other one because America made it illegal. You know what I'm saying? It's like back in the days when weed was illegal, right? That used to be a thing. People used to ask, "Yo,
Absolutely.
have you ever had weed before? Have you ever?" But now it's legal almost everywhere, so it's not a big deal, you know.
Right.
You know, but if you smoke weed, you're not natural.
You know what I'm saying?
But it comes from the ground. Yeah, if it came from the ground and you chewed on it and you ate it, that would be natural. Once you start grinding it up and lighting fire and everything to it and putting all kinds of stuff and mixing and putting it into this kind of paper. Okay, yeah, it's not natural anymore. Sorry. Right. You know what I mean? So,
no, you're right. And I think that when you think about that transformation process, it really is important to highlight that. And I think it was great that the Joe Rogan clip that we shared and discussed off pod, it was right on the nose, because in 12 weeks, I don't care what you do, you're not going from pencil to Hugh Jackman. You're not going from pencil to Chris Hemsworth. It's not happening in 12 weeks without that last component.
Right.
And I don't think people think about that. They're just like, oh man, well, did you see Michael B. Jordan? Did you see Jonathan Majors in the Creed trailer? Wow, he looks so good. It's like,
he does.
Yeah, he does look good.
He looks amazing.
I can't. And then it's like, well, you know, steroids do that. Oh no, he's been working hard. You don't understand. Oh, okay.
And you have to. You're right.
First of all, I didn't know you were married to Jonathan Majors, so I apologize for offending you. I didn't mean to disrespect. Disrespect your husband like that.
Right.
But
they all in that Jonathan Majors right now. That's the new thing to be on. You know what I mean?
I ain't mad at them. You know what I'm saying? In a minute, they're gonna be on JD. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
No doubt.
In a minute, they're gonna be on Dre. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, so it's like that's first. Second, it's like, yeah, but think about what we're talking about. Like, we just saw him in mad other movies and he didn't look like that.
Right.
These roles were basically consecutively filmed. If you're filming back to back, wouldn't you look almost the same? I mean, let's have a real conversation. If you saw me today and then 3 pods from now, I look like The Rock, you'd be like, whoa, how he did that in just 3 pods? Got a lot of questions. He can't put his arms down. How do you do that in 3 pods? You're gonna have questions, right? Because it's there. You can see it. I mean,
yeah. Same thing. Yeah, same thing with The Rock. It's like, yo, man, when you was actually a wrestler, a young guy wrestling, you didn't look anywhere as well as you do right now.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, come on, bro. Like, here you are in your 20s. You know, you got a lot more body fat. Your shit is not all cut up and shit. But now you're in your 50s and you look way better than that young dude. Like, whoa.
Way better.
And that dude was wrestling. You're just in movies. You know what I'm saying? You're in movies. This guy
just does movies. That's it.
But you know what it reminds me of? Another one of our favorite movies is Wolf of Wall Street, right?
Yep.
In Wolf of Wall Street, my man was saying, listen, I need them to want to be me.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, in order for me to make money, I need these cats to be hungry and want to be me. So
that's right.
I put myself up like this all the time. And then I got the glass office so they can see me and see I'm wilding out and they want to be me. It's the same thing kind of like with the movies. Well, why do the movies sell? Because it's like, well, we all get so enamored, inspired, and we want to look like these people, whether men or women. It's like, oh, I want to look like that. And so now we're like, well, what's in your refrigerator, right? Okay, let's see what's in the refrigerator. Oh, what? Can I see your gym? Right? Like that's this whole series. What's in your fridge? What's in your gym? You know, how do you work out? Because we want like, there obviously some secret somewhere.
Yeah, I'm about to say the secret sauce.
Yeah, but it's like, that's part of the movie magic where it's like, hey, you look like this and you make people want to look like you. And that's how you get your like movie sales and tickets and stay popular and, 5 million followers or whatever. It's like,
absolutely,
you get that by being this thing that's just outside your reach. It's like, man, I got rice. I have broccoli. I have chicken breast.
I can
do this. What I'm saying? I got a gym membership.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got all the things in his refrigerator. It's in mine.
Right.
What do I need to do? You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, I'm only want to bring this up because, and this is not our first time, I know that, because it's like people have these unattainable goals and they don't understand there's a huge missing element here. And the thing that's missing is the illegal thing. You know what I'm saying? That they can't talk about, and I don't blame them. I would not have, even if it was, if it was somebody I knew, you know what I'm saying, would be like, yo, don't talk about that. You know, why risk your multi-million-dollar Hollywood career on keeping it real? Right. They are keeping it real. They're telling you that you need to work out. They're telling you you need to eat a very clean diet. And they're telling you, you need to rest and recover as much as possible. That's as much as they can tell you, you know?
It's the Scarface method. I always tell the truth, even when I lie. Remember that? You remember that?
Of course, son. Yeah.
I always tell the truth, even when I lie.
Yep.
That's what they doing.
Yeah, that's what's going on, man. So yeah, man, cats got to relax with this natural or not, because no one is natural, and it's really illegal or not. And then even then, like I'm saying, it's like you're not going to catch him with illegal substances, because when you get to that era, there's what people don't understand. These substances are not necessarily illegal. They're illegal if you don't have a prescription. So if you have the money, you can get a doc to write your prescriptions.
And Hollywood already got it lined up for you.
They already got it lined up for you, man. Just talk to this person. Go see my doctor. He's going to tell you what you need.
That's it.
Hey, Hugh Jackman, go see my doctor. He's a sports doctor.
Yeah.
He's going to write you a prescription
sports medicine.
The things you need for this role.
For this role, right.
Because, you know, we need you to be Wolverine again.
Listen, you want to be Wolverine? Do you want to be Wolverine? Or then you got to, you know, juice up, baby.
Do you want to be Wolverine, or do you want to be Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine? Let me know.
Because it's not the same guy.
It's not
the same guy. You know what I'm saying? You could be Wolverine, or you could be Hugh Jackman playing Wolverine.
Yeah, I remember the first time when The Rock got that big. It was when he first got into the Fast and Furious. I don't know which number, 5, 2. I have no idea. It was 5, huh? Yeah. But I was like, yo. I was like, yo, let me tell y'all something right now. Dwayne Johnson is not in that movie.
Nope.
The Rock is in that motherfucker.
That's why I don't call him Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson
is gone.
So I haven't seen Dwayne Johnson in about 15 years.
Right.
I have not seen Dwayne Johnson.
Dwayne Johnson is
We've
gone.
been seeing The Rock, son.
Exactly.
Because remember, like,
when he's solid.
When he first started doing movies, I guess somebody told him to slim down so he can get more parts. And he looked like a normal, regular cat. He was just doing little movies here and there, little comedy joints, you know, walk tall, all that shit. You know, it's like, oh, okay, you're in good shape, whatever, you know. Dwayne Johnson's in this movie.
Right.
And then Fast and Furious 5 came out, son.
And then, son.
And I've never seen Dwayne Johnson yet.
It was like, who the hell is this? It was like white Michael Jackson showed up.
Son.
It was
I have not seen
what happened to the black Michael Jackson?
Johnson. I have not seen Dwayne Johnson since Fast and Furious 5. I have not seen him. He's missing. Has anyone seen Dwayne Johnson?
Yo, that's the pod title. Has anyone seen Dwayne Johnson?
He's missing, son, because he turned into The Rock and never went back.
Never went, and I don't blame him.
And people mad though. Oh, how you gonna look better now in your 50s than you did when you was 20-something?
Because I'm on the juice.
Because I'm trying. Because I wanted to be the #1 paid actor, and I did that.
Right.
And it took me being like this, so that's what it took.
Right.
You know, when you hear some of these people say stuff like, "Yo, you have to do whatever it takes." You know, Arnold is a lot of Arnold quotes are like this. You know, you have to do what it takes, break the rules. What do you think he's talking about when he said that shit? Break the rules. Don't break the law, break the rules. Son, we know what you're saying. We know what you're saying. When you say you have to do whatever it takes, it's like,
go see Thomas.
I'm not going to tell you that these substances are healthy, but if you want that body the way you want it,
this is what you got to take. This is what you got to take.
You know what I mean?
Did you see the doc Killer Sally?
Yes, I did.
Son, I did. This whole topic is the whole thing.
Oh yeah. I watched that. I liked it. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too. His man was in there, was like, all right, listen. I used to sell a mad steroids in the 80s. He's like, matter of fact, in the 80s, I actually was the steroid guy for all of the gold gyms in this area. Everybody came to see me. And then they flip it to her, and she's like, oh, yeah, I mean, it was scary because everybody was on steroids. We both was on steroids. Like, woo! And you see how they was looking.
Gorgeous.
Pumped up and impressive.
Gorgeous.
Both. You
know what I mean? They were there twirling, doing all kind of fly ass routines.
And they talking about the autopsy. They like, yeah, well, when she shot him, he had 5 different steroids in him. I was like, 5 different steroids? Damn.
Yeah. To me, that made absolutely it made sense because he was also prepping for a show.
Yeah.
Right. And so if you're a bodybuilder, the closer you are to the show, the more drugs you might see in this person because they're trying to get a certain look. You know what I mean? So, yeah, of course he had that in him. Like, he's an open bodybuilder.
Right.
You tell me one bodybuilder that's not on steroids, and I would show you someone that's not a bodybuilder.
Right.
You know
that's exactly why I brought it up, because I'm like, everything we're talking about, that's what I was thinking when I was watching Killer Sally. I'm like, oh. And they were even saying, they're like, yeah, I mean, did you look at him? Was he on steroids? Did you look at him? Of course he was on steroids. We all were on steroids. Even one of his boys, the guy that was like his best friend, he's like, yeah, I was on that shit too. But I don't work out the same no more. I mean, I'm just chilling now. But back then, bodybuilding was what we all did. And so steroids was what we all did. Matter of fact, you couldn't be at the gym and not be on steroids. And I was like, ooh.
Truth. You know what I mean? Truth. Yeah. That's why I enjoyed it. Because it was like,
unfiltered.
It was very unfiltered. Like, yo, this is what it is, and the fact that, y'all was both on it. So the fact that she wanted to kind of blame steroids, but it's like, well, if you're going to blame steroids, then it's like, well, then you were on them too. So which one is
darker and deeper?
Yeah. So which one is it? But absolutely, man. Like, if you're in bodybuilding, if you're like, you want a certain look, if you don't want to look like a regular human being anymore, and I'm not talking about just super regular. I'm talking about like
not super regular.
Not super regular. Like I stepped out of a comic book, type shit. Like,
exactly.
Damn. There's only one. It's only one path.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's it.
It's only one path. So
that's it.
Everybody that's walking around, oh no, he can't be it, or no, not Michael B. Jordan. He's a nice guy. He is a nice guy.
Right.
He is. I see no reason to hate on the brother.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't mad at him. We just saying the facts.
Right. Very good looking dude.
Good looking guy. Great guy.
All the time. When I saw his body in these movies, I was like, yo, that's dope. That's what's up. Never hated on him. But there's no way I sat there and been like, yeah, that's all natural too.
Right. You ain't know you can look like Killmonger right now, Dre.
Right. Yeah, everybody can look
dots
like that.
and all. You know what I'm saying?
That's all you need is to kill people.
Right.
And then brown broccoli and rice.
That's it.
And
you know what I'm saying? Go to the range, learn how to shoot a AR-15 and eat broccoli, brown rice, and baked chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
And then you look like Killmonger.
In
12 weeks.
Man. In 12 weeks. You just have
what it makes me think
supernatural powers.
Right. What it makes me think about is one of our other movies, The Prestige.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? When Hugh Jackman was on some like, listen, I dedicated myself. This is the life. It's like, Katz was like, son, but that's not, what did you do? Like, who are you now? It's like, oh, but this is me. This is all I've got. I've dedicated this is the show. The show is all day, every day. Which, you see that theme throughout the movie from the moment that they revealed the Asian cat with the bowl. But it's like, son, this is it. This is the magic. The magic is, this is the show 24/7.
Absolutely.
This is it. There's nothing else. I've dedicated my life. It's like, man, I can't believe your hand is bleeding again. It was like it closed up. How did it just reopen like that? He's like, I don't know. Yeah, because I had to chop my hand off because his hand got chopped. So I got to, they shot him in the hand. It got to look like they shot me in the hand too.
You talk about the Christian Bale character.
I mean, everybody's character at some point.
Actually,
Asian cat. Yeah,
right.
That's the theme of the. That's the real theme of the movie.
Right. It was them watching him like, yo, that's real dedication, son. Like
they're like,
we talking about.
So first it was the older Asian cat with the bowl, and Christian Bale was on some like, no, that's the real trick. And then later on, Christian Bale was inspired and was like, all right, well, brother,
this is what it's going to be.
What we got to do.
Our entire
and then at the end, Hugh Jackman is on some like, this is it.
This is what it's got to be. Right.
This is all it's got to be. If this is what I want, this is how it's got to be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, absolutely. Those are excellent analogies. And also, as we said before, The Illusionist. That's another one. That's the same thing. Where it's like my dude is letting y'all know. Okay, hold on. You're gonna lock me up because all right, not a problem. Listen, what I'm doing is magic trick. It's not real. Okay. Right. I ain't gonna tell you how I'm doing it, but I'm letting you know it's not real. It's all tricks.
It's all tricks.
Because he knew it don't matter if y'all know that it's natural or not natural. Right. You gonna come for the show, baby. You coming for the biceps. You coming for you know what I'm saying? You coming for the look. So you come to watch me talk to dead people who I already told you that shit is not true.
Right.
But you love watching it. And so it's going to fill the theater. Like, you think that's going to mess with my money? The fact that I come out the window and come out and tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? You're still going to come anyway. And that's really my argument for
Hollywood.
Hollywood in the sense of like, yo, not just Hollywood, but actually America in the sense of like, why make these things illegal? You know what I'm saying? Like, if people let people do what they want to do to their bodies, you know what I'm saying? Without the sense of, I'm going to put you in jail. You know what I mean? Like, let people do what they want to do. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you make it illegal. You say people can't do it. Now people find all kind of weird ways of getting around that shit. And
go to DR to get my BBL.
Yeah, and the risk of your health goes way, way up because who knows where people are getting shit from. But it doesn't matter whether you have it legal or not legal because people are still going to come out to see those bodies. People are going to still come out to see those movies. They still going to come out to see it, whether you say natural, not natural. You know how many people right now on the internet is like, I take steroids. Like they've come out and said, so many, hundreds and hundreds of people come out. These are the steroids that I take. And no one is like, I'm going to stop following this person. No, we still follow them. We still watch it because that body still looks amazing. It's like, wow. Still. What drugs do you take?
Right. And when's your next movie coming out?
Yeah. You know, when you see these women, that some of them come out and say, yeah, I take this, I take that, I take all these drugs. We're still looking at them like, damn, that ass is perfect. God, you need to take more of them shits. Don't ever stop taking them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? So what's the big deal, you know, about whether it's of outing someone? You know, it's their personal business. If they want to tell you, fine, let them tell you. But they don't have any obligation to tell you their magic trick.
I think the only time it gets murky is that these people are also role models. Mm-hmm. Right? So it's like The Rock knows how many people are looking up to him.
Yeah.
Whatever. All the people. I don't want to keep mentioning The Rock, but like Chris Hemsworth and all these huge actors, they know they have huge followings. They have other people that they're inspiring. And I feel like that's where the responsibility piece comes, right? Like, even if it's two people, like if me and you are inspiring two of our listeners, but we're taking some stuff that they don't know. Then they're being inspired by us. I think that's where it gets murky, because to me, then yes, now you have a responsibility, because there are kids and adults who worship Dwayne Johnson, Chris Hemsworth, all the people we're mentioning. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, I want to grow up and look like Wolverine, Dad. Well, somebody got to tell this kid he gonna need steroids to look like Wolverine.
I guess so, but let's go back, because there's nothing new, right? Back in the days, we used to have muscle magazines, and it'd be all your favorite bodybuilders: Arnold Schwarzenegger, Robbie Robinson, all of these cats. You know what I'm saying? I can mention more, but it's like, mad cats, and they'd be all in these muscle magazines. It's like, and Arnold writing books. Oh, you got to do this workout, and you got to do that workout, and here's this whey protein to take. This is a good supplement, and here's some other supplements you can take. Right, and we all wanted to. Everybody that bodybuilds or strength train all wanted to look like Arnold. 80s, 90s. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, you work out. Some little creatine, that helped a little bit, but I'm not looking like that. Right. Then you have to come to even though you're a kid, you got to come to some sort of reality and realize someone whispers in your ear, they on steroids, right? And it's like, what, even aren't? Yes, all of them. Yeah. And you come to that reality. Now, are you disappointed? Sure, whatever. But the thing is, you understand that, like everything else, Santa Claus isn't real. You know what I mean? Like you have to, you get to that reality. It's like, okay, yeah, I thought he was real when I was 3, 4, 5 years old. Now I got a little older. I peeped the game, and it's not that.
So mommy kissing Santa Claus,
right? So it's like I understand that oh yeah, the kids, and we have to for the kids. So this is why I respect them in the sense like, yo, I'm not going to mention the other stuff that I'm taking, because you don't want some 10-year-old taking this stuff because you take it. So they won't mention it. But there's still that disappointment that's going to come to that kid when they realize, oh, snap, I'm doing everything that The Rock is doing. I'm drinking his energy drink. I'm drinking his protein powders. I'm doing the workouts he said to do. I bought the chains, and I do dips with chains now. And and I'm 19, and I still can't look anything like this dude. And he's in his 50s. He looks right, and he's way better than me.
Right.
What the fuck? You know what I mean? So,
but that's why I'm asking. Like, I'm not saying. I guess that's why I said in the beginning. Like, I think it gets murky, because it's like, well, at what point do you take the onus? You feel what I'm saying? Like, at what point does each star have a responsibility, or is it just up to us to figure out? Because a lot of people really don't believe that cats are on steroids, but they are on steroids. Like, we know you're not going to be able to get like that, like you said, without all 4 legs on the table. But a lot of people don't realize that. Like, son, since we started this pod, I can't tell you how many debates I've gotten into with people about Hollywood actors and actresses. And I'm like, it's the juice. Like, it's not hard to figure out. It's no, it's no way. You crazy? Look at how Michael B. Jordan been looking for the last 5 years. Yeah, he's been on the juice for the last 5 years. Like, so many different arguments. And it's like, the people arguing with me are not the people in the gym trying to look like Michael B. Jordan, but they're inspired by Michael B. Jordan. They're fans of Michael B. Jordan. So add that to the kid who's growing up, and it's like, wow, man, ever since I saw Black Panther when I was 7, I always wanted to look like Killmonger. And then I got a little older, and my parents showed me Creed, and man, I just want to look like Creed now. And I'm boxing, and I'm doing the workout. And I saw Men's Health magazine. I now I swim as my warm up, just like Michael B. Jordan. And it's like, okay, so now you're mini Michael B. Jordan. You don't think Michael B. Jordan owes that kid a little explanation? I ain't saying you gotta pass him. I ain't saying you gotta pass him the steroids.
But
no, I think at some point.
So Michael B. Jordan,
they should get up there and be like, "Hey, listen, man,
no, because
you're never
Michael
gonna look like me unless you in Hollywood."
Michael B. Jordan has to say the stuff that's healthy for this kid. That's what he owes him. Hey, keep working out, keep it going. You know, make sure you get enough rest, eat your vegetables, eat clean, blah blah
Brown
blah.
rice.
So it's like, yeah, and the brown rice. He has to give him that. You know, because he can't illusionist, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't tell you to. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't tell you
hear
that.
you.
You know what
I
I mean?
don't know. I don't have a set in stone answer. I just feel like it's messed up. Like,
yeah.
Like we know, like
people got, and this like, unfortunately, kids got to grow up. You know?
yeah,
Like,
but it's not only
Santa
kids.
Claus is not
like
real.
when you first get into fitness, yeah, but no, I understand that. But it's not so much as age as it is experience. Like I didn't start working out when I was 15. I didn't start working out when I was 19. Like it came later in life. And yeah, I'm not as dedicated. I keep it very real on this pod all the time. I say you are way better at being consistent and, you know, working out than I am. But I only know these things because we're in this world. You feel what I'm saying? Like
Right.
I've taken supplements. I mean, I ain't take those supplements, but you know, I've taken, you know, I mean, I've been in the GNC packs and the whey proteins and all that. And so, you know, but somebody who doesn't know, like, I feel bad because it's like you see this person and you're inspired by this person and you're like, man, I'm gonna shape my life like this person and, you know, try to absorb it all and do it all. And it's like, but you doing it and you'll never be that person.
Right.
Like,
You remember the conversation we had a long time ago when we were talking about this, when we were like, hey, at one point in time, these things weren't illegal, right?
yeah.
It's like you have a country.
It was a while back. It was,
you have a country, something comes out, and it's like it wasn't illegal initially. And so, you know, during the Arnold years, you know, the silver era, whatever they call it, or golden era, everybody was taking them and they weren't doing anything illegal because it wasn't any laws against it.
Right.
In the 80s, they created laws to say, hey, you can't have these things. So when the 90s come up, because, you know, laws have to be specific. Okay, it says specifically this, and this is illegal. You can't have it. And so other things popped up. Like I told you, me, being a young man in the 90s, growth hormone, you could just take it. I can go right to fucking GNC and get some pills. And I took them. And it was like magic. You know, I told you on this podcast.
Yeah,
it was like,
I know.
Even my moms didn't recognize him. Like, I thought you was the guy in the magazine.
Right. Yeah, that was
I thought that was you.
Episodes. Right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I just took, so it's like, well, Dre, did you, I didn't do anything illegal. I took what was available. It was there. Then all of a sudden, they were like, oh no, we're adding growth hormone to the list. Illegal. Can't take it without a prescription.
And
it's
then
like,
Barry Bonds just
that.
start smacking home runs on my back.
No, right. Barry Bonds and them was, you know, they went to a sports doctor and it was just like,
right.
You know what I mean? I'm with you, son. All right.
Okay.
All right.
You get,
You know
I get 30%.
So it's like
30%?
Yeah.
Okay. How much you want? How much? You want more than that?
You know what I'm saying?
You ever heard of
Like,
these?
yo.
Let me write you 2 prescriptions of these. Some juju fruits and some bod.
Right.
What else
You know
you
what I
need?
mean?
You need anything else? How about your mom? Your mom needs something?
Exactly. Like, yo, son, knock it out of the park, baby. Here you go.
Right.
Knock it out
Go
of the
break
park.
records, 30%.
Go break records.
30%.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
Tell all your friends too.
So it's like you have this progression of things being illegal, and then people finding ways around it. And so for someone coming up, you know, they're going to find ways around it too. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like you get this reality where it's like, okay, well, I'm going to take this thing because it's going to help me get to, you know, my goal. May not necessarily be the most healthiest thing for you. Remember, and you were around at this point where they had these like diet pills and somebody died from them. What was her name?
I don't know, but I mean, at
the
this
dude,
point, a lot of people have died from shit.
Yeah,
like that.
but it was this like these pills were working. Oh my God. Hey guys, I had to jump in here because I had some crazy brain fog just then. I could not remember the name of the drug. I couldn't remember the name of the celebrity. So I figured, let me just jump in right now. Look, The name of the drug was ephedra, and the name of the celebrity was Anna Nicole Smith. Anna Nicole Smith was really famous back in the days, probably like 20 years ago, for just being who she was. I believe she had married this like really, really old dude, and you know, when he died, supposedly all his money and everything went to her. That was like a huge thing, and she was getting like endorsements, and she was sponsoring, you know, a lot of products. And one of the products that she sponsored was something called Trim Spa. And Trim Spa had an ingredient called ephedra, and that's the drug. Ephedra was incredibly effective as a appetite suppressor. And my whole point in the conversation I'm having with Jay is, look, this drug was legal for a while, and you know, people used it. A lot of people misused it. There were some complications. They took it off the market, and it's not here anymore. So even ephedra, this is the way drugs work. You know, they come on the market, they're fine, they're legal, not natural at all, but they're here. Things happen, and then they take them off the market. That was my only point there. I'm gonna stop right now. Let's get back to the video. Peace. The pills were working. You know what I mean? It's like, oh man, these pills work. But because some people wild out with it, now it was like, oh, they're unsafe, they're unhealthy, and they took it off the market. You know? So my whole point is this.
Yeah.
In terms of,
we'll get back to it. We'll
in terms of what these Hollywood cats owe people, they're gonna have to tell them partial truths, because
that's like what they're doing.
Yeah, because if they tell them everything, it's like, now I got to be responsible for you taking something unhealthy. It works for me, and I got a doctor watching me, right? I'm the Rock. I got mad. I take blood tests all the time. I got people watching me, you know, chefs, nutritionists, everybody watching me. You don't have access to all that. So why would I tell you to do what I'm doing when you don't have the support that I have to take these things?
That's a good point.
What I'm saying?
I didn't think about that.
Yeah. So that's really what goes on. So I completely understand that, I can't sit here and tell you every single thing that I'm doing, because you're gonna mimic it, and you're gonna fuck yourself up.
And I'm also gonna lose all my contracts.
Then because it's like, I told you it. Why would I do that?
Let's just be honest.
Yeah. I'm the number one actor in America. Why would I fuck that up? Because I'm keeping it real. Man, fuck that shit.
Then it becomes when keeping it real goes wrong.
Exactly. That's very wrong. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
All right.
But, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good deep dive. I dig that. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I didn't think about that. That's true. All right, so you got a fun topic. Let's take it home. What you got for us?
So, man, how do I even bring this in? A long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
In a galaxy far, far away.
Sorry, that pause. I had to jump in. It was double dutch. I saw it. I was like, oh, this is my time. Let me jump in.
There was a time where I had a really close, companion in my life that was like always there for me, very dependable, and, was basically with me for years and years, miles and miles and miles. Mm-hmm. But unfortunately, I have some bad news. And that is, my boy has broken.
Oh, son. That's a See, look, hold on. See, you see? Now I'm going to have to put my shoe on the screen and your sandal on the screen at the same time.
My Jesus pieces, which has been around for like 20 years.
Facts.
Are gone.
Son,
It's a sad day.
nah, listen.
Son.
Them joints been around. Them joints been around.
20 years in the game, son. My Jesus pieces.
Son, they took you to Nazareth and back.
And was good. I was like, yo, when I looked at him, I was like, what the hell? Damn, son, you held on for a minute. And let's have a real conversation. I bought them shits from Payless.
I'm about to say,
like,
I didn't know if you wanted me to say it. I was like, oh, do I say it?
Son,
do I not say it?
I ain't got no shame in the game. I ain't trying to front for nobody. Nah, I bought them shits from Payless. But Payless, let's have a real conversation. They used to have like dope ass. Them shits would last you, son. Payless is where you went. You ain't have cash.
You had to also know which ones to get.
Yeah.
Everything in Payless was not gonna last 20 years.
No, but if you knew quality, if you knew how quality was made, if you can look at it, something like that's quality, you could like, oh, I'm gonna cop these joints because they $25. I could tell it's good quality. You know what I mean?
Right.
And Payless is not here anymore.
Rest in peace to Payless, man.
Rest in peace, man.
Son, I remember when they closed the last Payless in New York. We was all like, no. It was like really sad, even though we was barely shopping there. Clearly, because they had to close.
Yeah,
but we still was like, no, that's my friend. Don't no, don't go. Not Payless. No, take Kmart instead. We don't want Kmart.
Right.
Take Kmart instead. Leave Payless.
Payless held down the hood for decades, son.
What?
For decades it held us.
What? And what nobody talks about is how parents would finagle their kids by taking them to Payless. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I want the sneakers that person has. It's like, nah, but you don't want the light up Batmans though?
You mean to tell me, you're going to sit here and tell me you rather have what he have on when I can buy you 4 pair of the light up Batman?
See, okay, time out. So now I'm going to tell you how that goes. That happens after you say no. Like you be like, no, I don't want the light up Batmans. I want those sneakers that my friend has. Then they be like, all right, listen. This is what we going to do, all right? I'm going to get you a pair of all whites. I'm going to get you a pair of all blacks. And you can get the light up Batmans and something else. And you be like, what?
Wait a minute. That's a
black, white, Batman, and something else? Okay, Mom. Let's go. Where we going? And then you walk in and be like, this ain't ain't Foot Locker. What store is this? Like this. When my uncle took me sneaker shopping, this is not.
I don't think they have Jordans in here at all.
Where are the... But yeah, no, I see a lot of shoes and sandals. But where's the Nikes and the no Nikes? There's no Nikes in this store.
You know what? If you don't want them, we won't get them. But you know what? Let's just put them on. Let's see what you do.
Yo, that's the trick.
Let's put them on.
Then you start stomping your foot. You start stomping your foot. I can't stomp because my neighbors will come upstairs. But you start stomping your foot, looking at the lights. You're like, oh wow.
It'd be like, yo, hold on. You know what? Just one more thing before you make a decision. Run down the aisle and come back.
Run down the aisle and come back, son.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest with you.
All our age right now, son.
I'm gonna be honest with you, son. You run faster than those, kid. I'm just saying we ain't gotta get them. But you running faster in them lighter back. I'm noticing it. Like I watch you every day. You real slow when it comes to these other shoes you're talking about, but I'm watching you in these Batmans. You picking up mad speed real quick, kid.
Oh my god!
So what do you want to do? It's up to you. We ain't gotta get them.
And by that time, you already like, can I wear them out the store? Can I wear them out the store, please?
You know
can I please wear them out the store?
You know what? Yeah, wear them out the store. Yeah,
Mom and Dad done Jedi mind tricked you.
And you
skipping out of Payless with your light up.
Happy.
Oh my god, you were ecstatic, skipping out the store. You almost got in trouble because you went too far up the block.
Son.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, hey, you're going too far. You know you're not supposed to pass the bus stop.
Yo, it'd be like, you know what? Those shoes. So, hold on, let me ask them. Yo, y'all got these Batmans in my size? Because we could both. You don't carry them in like a 10.5 or some shit.
You ain't got the light up Batmans for grown-ups.
Damn, man.
I guess I'll just buy these brown work shoes because
that's not even fair. That's not even fair. I gotta go get these construction joints.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get these brown work shoes.
I wish I had what you had, but they ain't got them for me, man.
Then you'd be a spoiled little kid at that point. Can I get the Supermans too, Mom? Can I get the Supermans? Because Batman and Superman are friends. Can I get the light up Supermans too?
Like,
got you.
You
ain't even thinking about Jordans no more.
You about to get
Jordan who?
The Supermans, the Spider-Mans, and the Iron Mans, nigga.
You just got the whole comic squad for $22.
And they lasted you until your feet got bigger, kid. Come on, son.
Yo.
They lasted you. It was like,
son, what was they called? LA Gears?
Remember them LA Gears?
Come on, son. I'm done with this pod, son. I'm out of here. I would walk away, but I can't even go nowhere right now.
Look
son.
at my man,
LA
though.
Gears?
The other one is still like lonely. The other one is lonely, son. He like, I'm still good. What about me?
Right. He's like, what's up?
You know what I mean? I don't even know what to do with him, man. You
know what you got to do? You got to put him in an encasing.
I'm going to dip it in gold, and then I'm going to put it in encasing.
There you go.
Because then niggas going to want it then. Then once I dip it in gold and put it in encasing, ooh, what's that? I'll be like, yo, those from the Roman period.
Come on, man. Jesus wore these.
The Roman soldiers used to kick ass in these shit, son.
You ever seen the movie Troy? This was Achilles' sandal right here.
You ever see 300, nigga? I'm letting you know.
That's what they had on.
You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what when Xerxes killed them, he took the shoes, and that's how I got my pick.
You know what I mean? You ever seen Gladiator, son?
You know what I'm saying?
That's one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's one.
You know what I'm saying? Are you not entertained?
Are you not entertained?
You know what I'm saying? All right, come on. We got to stop because we'll just be throwing movie quotes at people for the next hour.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, your Jesus pieces, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. They done, man.
Rest in peace to the Moses sandals.
I don't even know. I can't even throw them out.
And now you can't. Now I'm gonna get old on you. Now the real book bag is you can't even go to Payless and get a new pair.
Word. I don't even know where to. If I wanted a new pair, I wouldn't even know where to go.
I don't know, son.
I should just walk into a Foot Locker and be like, "Can you replace these?"
Son, you better record it if you do that. That is great content. Walk into a Foot Locker with the Jesus pieces and be like, yo, you got these in the size 9? Son, you gotta record that. If that's not part of food, fitness, and fun,
be like, yo, son, what aisle can I find these in?
They're gonna be like, no, son. They're gonna try to sell you some new Yeezys.
I'm gonna be like, are these the new LeBrons? No, these are not the LeBrons. Man, my son lied to me. He told me these were the LeBrons.
My son lied.
Told me these were LeBrons.
Nah, you can't even ask him. You got to go in there like you know it. That's when you really messing with him.
Right.
Yo, you walk in the spot and be like, yeah, listen, my LeBron's broke. Can you tell me? No, I'm sure y'all got LeBrons. This is Foot Locker. I know y'all got LeBrons, but can you just show me where I can get another one of these? Because my son said my LeBrons are broken. Can you help me with that? Right. They're gonna be looking at you like you came straight from Mars.
Or come in asking for a refund. Yeah, man, I just bought these here the other day. I just bought these here last week. Son, I want my money. No, I don't want it. Don't ask me about no receipt, man. Yo, don't disrespect me like that, man.
Yo, time out. Speaking of don't ask me for a receipt, that might be where you get them. Walmart.
Right. Yeah.
Walmart might have some new Moseses like for you. You know what I'm saying? Walmart might have those Moses slippers.
You know what I'm saying? The Galatians and shit. You know what I mean? It's like, yo, you want the new Galatians? Yo, we been start selling the Jesus pieces years ago.
Man.
Now we got these new, Galician soldiers. Nigga.
Listen, you know what I'm saying? With the extra strap.
You know what I mean? So that won't happen anymore. We figured that out.
Yeah, a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? Walmart, and they do not care about a receipt.
Oh, yeah, they don't. They like
Walmart does not care. As long as you still have the product, they're like, oh, that's the product? All right, just get online right there with the rest of the folks.
Don't even worry about it.
And then when you get back to the front, tell Susan to just take care of it. I already spoke to Susan.
What? All right, man. Funny. Yeah, this shit was fucking fun. It was a nice
that was a wild wrap-up, son. Wild wrap-up. That's how you do it, son. That's how you come back strong.
Yeah, that's how we came back, right?
Came back strong on them. You know what I'm saying? With a long episode, too. We didn't give y'all no 30 minutes on the way back. You know what I'm saying? An hour plus.
Yeah, a little hour. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That was a doozy. All right, we out of here. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for being here. We appreciate you, and we'll be back very soon. Y'all know how we do. See y'all in 2 weeks.
Stay strong.